The Greek god Zeus was angry, Nonna Maria said. She was pacing around her kitchen table, Isabella and Concetta sitting on wooden chairs, 2 empty cups and 2 small plates tinged with crumbs and smears of Nutella resting by their elbows. A giant had come down from the mountains and demanded 3 pots of gold he said belonged to him. If Zeus refused, the giant would cause the ocean to rise and kill the people who lived close to the shore. What did the giant look like? Concetta asked. Nonna Maria stopped pacing and looked at her granddaughter. He was bigger than the tallest building you've ever seen, she said, and strong enough to pull a dozen trees from the ground with one hand. His skin was green and lined with scars. His eyes were the size of plates and the color of mud. He had a loud and fierce voice, and his words were filled with anger. Throughout the land, he was feared by everyone who crossed his path. Everyone but Zeus. Why wasn't Zeus scared of him? Concetta asked. Zeus was the ruler of the land, and he had sworn to protect his people against any enemy, Nonna Maria said. He had fought in many wars and defeated all who stood in his way. He was more than a Greek god. He was a warrior. Was he strong enough to beat the giant? Concetta asked. Stop asking questions, Isabella said, and let Nonna tell us the story. Nonna Maria rested a hand on Concetta's shoulder and smiled. It's good to ask questions, Isabella, she said. You've heard me tell the story many times before. This is the first time Concetta is hearing it from me. She doesn't know the tale as well as you do. Be patient with your sister. Did you ask your mother many questions when she first told you the story, Nonna? Concetta asked. Isabella shook her head and cupped her face with both hands. It never ends, she said. I asked my mother many questions, Concetta, Nonna Maria said. My mother was a patient woman, and she answered every one. But, much like Isabella, she probably wished I had asked fewer. In time, as I heard the story over and over, I learned to listen more and save my questions for when she finished telling the tale. And I have no doubt you will one day do the same. So, did Zeus and the giant get into a fight? Concetta asked. Oh, yes, they did, Nonna Maria said. It was a battle that went on for several days. Neither the giant nor the god was willing to surrender. They fought on land and then moved to the sea, the waves in their wake so large they crashed against the highest mountains. Houses trembled, people of the towns ran for any shelter they could find, animals scattered into the hills. Did they fight with their hands or did they have weapons? Concetta asked. Both, Nonna Maria said. The giant tossed large rocks and boulders at Zeus, and the god would send bolts of lightning from his fingers into the chest and back of the giant. The force would buckle his legs, but with the courage of a lion and the strength of a bull, he would shake off the pain and charge Zeus, looking to drag the god down into the depths of the ocean. But God can't lose a fight, Nonna, Isabella said, no matter how big or strong his opponent. Anyone can lose a fight, Isabella, Nonna Maria said. Even a god can be brought down.